At Raffles, your teacher are also industry professionals. So what you get from them is not a teacher-student relationship, but also a facilitator relationship working with industry aspiring young adult or young professional. We treat you like a young designer yourself, and we treat you as also a business person yourself.
ผมเชื่อว่ามหาลัยที่ดีคือมหาลัยที่สามารถสร้างเด็กที่มีคุณภาพออกไปได้เพราะฉะนั้นเราจะไม่เน้นที่ปริมาณแต่เราจะเน้นที่คุณภาพ
So by kind of having a small class size, you can really understand what the student wants to do and kind of help them by pushing them, to find their own voice in fashion.
ชอบที่การเรียนรู้มันเหมือนแทบจะเหมือนตัวต่อตัวเลยคือไม่คิดว่ามหาลัยอื่นจะแบบมีความสนิทสนมระหว่างลูกศิษย์กับอาจารย์ขนาดนี้
Teachers here really know the students. They really get to know them very well. They care for them. They have the students' best interest at heart. And I think the students really understand that special relationship that the teachers at Raffles have with the Raffles students. The students here at Raffles are diverse. They have international thinking. They like to feel special.
So if you like colors, patterns and creating beautiful places, or you're constantly thinking about how products and things can work better, come and join us.
Hey guys, welcome to Raffles Online Virtual Open Day 2021. I'm so glad to be a host and having you guys together. So I would like to introduce myself first. My name is Oil and I have my lovely partner being as a host today, just like me, Pikas. So first of all, I would like you to introduce about our college first, as you can see on the slide. So Raffles is international college in Bangkok that is the first about the college design, founded in 2003. And Raffles has grown to operate across 12 countries globally in Asia Pacific. As you can see, we have another branches for 10 countries and 15 colleges, and we had a headquarter college in Singapore and of course in Bangkok, Thailand. If you are 16 years old or lady, officially you can apply for a bachelor's degree. No need to wait for a graduate in high school first, so you can save your time and graduate faster than your friends. Of course, that is very amazing. So studying at Raffles, there are 4 intakes, as you can see on the slide, that we have. The first intake in January, the second one is in April, and the third one is in July. And the next coming up intake is in October. If you're interested, please come and join us. So we have both of design and business programs that you can shoot, and feel free to study that be convenient and suitable for all you guys. So, and the next slide, and guys, I would like to recommend 2 new rising programs of Raffles. Can you guys guess? As you can see on the slide, yes, of course, we have 2 new programs for Gen Z, that is psychology and video game design. Okay, new programs of game design, you can earn an advanced diploma in 2 years. And the next one is psychology, that you can earn a bachelor's degree in 3 years. So you can graduate faster, that you can see on the slide, that design program, you can earn bachelor's degree in 2.5 years and business program in only 1 year. That you can save your time and you can do whatever you want after you graduate further than anyone. Okay, so unfortunately that we cannot meet in each other because of COVID-19 pandemic, but it's okay. Please stay safe at your country. And I would like to recommend about, even we've been studying online during COVID-19 situation, but 100% of Raffles staff and our lecturers are fully vaccinated already. So please come and join us on campus, that you all safe together. So on the next slide, I would like to introduce about Picas that talk about our facilities and any more details information. So Picas, please go ahead.
Thank you, Ka Nong Oi. So the next part, I'm going to talk about the facility that we provide at Raffles. So on the first photo, you can see that this is our campus. We have such a lovely, beautiful campus, beautiful landscape. We even have park, like after class, you can enjoy a nice long walk in the park. The next one is the cafe. We also have cafe. It's called the Common Ground Cafe. We provide you with a variety of food. We also have Thai food, Western food, or even a coffee. If you get tired after class or waiting for another class, you can just grab a cup of coffee and then drink it before your class start. The next one is our fashion design workshop. In this room, we provide you everything that you will ever need for fashion design program, whether it's a sewing machine or drafting table, mannequins, a lot of mannequins that you can work with. The next one is the product design workshop. In here, we have our students coming in here sometimes during school break to work on their project. Because at Raffles, we want to provide everything that is ready for all of our students. The next photo is the auditorium. Sometimes we will have the orientation here or the meeting here in this big room. And the next one is the library. In our library, we have a variety of magazine books about design, and most of books are in English. So not only that you will learn about design, but you get to practice your English as well. And the next photo is the student lounge, which is located in the quiet part of the college, so you can spend your time with other friends, or if you have a group project, this is going to be the place where you get together and discuss your project or anything that you like. And the next photo is the lobby that is where that a lot of students usually meet at this spot, and you can just hang out after class. It is somewhere that is nice and relaxing, which will help you with your study. So for this one is why do you need to study at Raffles? Because first, we have international environment. A lot of students are, like 70% of our students are international, so you will gain a lot of background. You will learn the culture. You will learn the language as well. The next one is our classes are taught in English. Like I mentioned earlier, that a lot of students are international students, so you will definitely get to practice your English, which will help in your career in the future. The next one is close communication with lecturer. The ratio student and teacher is 3:1 student and teacher, so you get a full attention from your teacher. Unlike other university that we have 100 per class, but for Raffles we only have like a couple students that we grow like Thai community with the lecturers and your friends as well. And the next one that we mentioned earlier, that at Raffles we have 4 intakes per year, so you can start as soon as you want. And the next one, as I show you in our facility, that we have, we provide everything that you need for design. And last but not least, the important thing for international students, because you might be worried about your visa, we provide you consulting team for visa service. So we will help you make your process painless as much as possible. At the end of this event, we will have a game that you can play. We will have some questions for you to answer at the end of the event. So stay tuned, don't leave us just yet. And if you won, 3 winners will win a prize. We're not going to tell you what prize it is yet, so please stay tuned. Another important thing for this event is that if you're interested in studying at Raffles, you can sign up today and you will get 5,000 baht application fee waived. So sign up now, contact us, and we will go to our website or social media. We will keep in touch with you immediately. So here is our 4 speakers for today. We have Valentine, she's the academic lead. We have Miriam, she's the program director for fashion design. Mike, the lecturer for fashion design. And last, we have Carl, program director for business program. So we're gonna start talking about fashion marketing first. So I will hand this over to Valentine. Thank you. I'll see you at the end.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, guys. Hi, my name is Valentine. I am a Vietnamese Canadian. I've been living in Thailand for the last 3 years. I've been in Asia for the last 13 years. My background is fashion design and also fashion business. And my degree is from Canada and from France. All right, so today I would like to share with you my passion for the fashion business side of the industry. So if you join our Bachelor of Fashion Marketing and Management, you get the best of both worlds. You get the world of business and entrepreneurship, and then you get the world of fashion as well. All right, so this is where business meet fashion, and the way we design our program is that we give you like 25% business aspect. We give you another 25% of fashion design aspect, and another 50% focus on specialization in fashion business, such as what we call fashion buying, how to do export import, for example, and that's really cool when you think about, and even fashion editing for a fashion magazine. So that's some really cool aspect you can think about when you join our program. For me, the career choice after you graduate with the Bachelor of Fashion Marketing, my favorite job or my favorite career that you can focus on is to become a fashion buyer. So there's two types. You can work for your own brand, or you can work for another major brand within Thailand. And Thailand, you can see there's a lot of shopping going on. A lot of international brands are here. So a fashion buyer represent those brands, and they would go out to the industry. They fly to different countries, and they would order product and merchandise and plan it for and distribute it within their supply chain. That thing is something is very interesting. Another one that people tend to don't think about for career choice in fashion marketing is to become a fashion merchandiser. So there's two types: the one you work in a manufacturing factory, and there's one you work in the retail store. So both deals with visual merchandising and dealing with connecting customer to the manufacturers as well. All right, so for me, aside from the hard skills that we will offer you in the program, what I want to focus on is your soft skills. So some skills I find very interesting and very important to have to join our fashion marketing business program is to have great communication skills, because you end up talking in front of your client, presenting collection, presenting sales data, for example, reviewing other collection merchandise, and looking at seasonality and the business side of fashion. So I think communication skill, reading, writing, listening, and public speaking is very, very important skills, soft skills to have. All right, so I would like to focus on one of my our very positive, successful alumni from Raffles, and he studied with me in 2010, finished in 2012, 13. So Samuel is one of my students. He graduated the program, and currently he's the founder of Label. So Label is his own concept store brand, which is very successful in Vietnam. All right, so currently with the COVID situation, the Label have temporarily closed the door of his brick and mortar store. However, they still run their business online, so you can see their collection and their merchandise online through their official website. So the idea of this concept store is that he actually travel around the world and buys high street or independent designer from Europe and from the Western countries and resell it in Southeast Asia. And currently, he told me that because of COVID situation, the buying happens online. So they actually have a Zoom meeting, and they would actually go through the collection, and the other team, the brand, overseas brand, will actually present collection on models. And he will actually, as a buyer for his brand, he actually pick and choose. And the latest brand he's working with is Rick Owen. All right, so this is his store in downtown of Saigon City or Ho Chi Minh City. So it's similar to your central Paragon, the same kind of level. It's within the Takashimaya department store, but you can see that is three levels. You have 3 levels, right? So this is the first entrance levels, all pink, very feminine. The clothing is all high street and independent designer from the Western countries. As you travel up, you will see that the design is getting more cozy and it's more luxurious brand focus. So the upper floor have more expensive items. So more like very limited in size and limited in style as well. But it's very successful when it comes to, and it also offers you other accessories like shoes and designer handbags. All right, so here is a quick video to show you about the actually opening, the launch party of the actual store in the beginning of 2021 in January this year. So I talked to Samuel recently and I asked him what advice he could give to you guys, aspiring potential student. He said that as a fashion business person, it's always important to don't burn bridges and keep your network very varied, like in great variety. Because he started out in 2012, 2013. Before he even launched this business, he had 2 other businesses that fails. As well as also success at the same time. He also have a spa business as well. And then he stay in contact with all of his friends throughout the Raffles campuses. And they are also his client as well in the future. As well, I have in contact with photography, working in the industry. And before he started this brand, he actually worked in another concept store in Vietnam called Runway. The Runway deals with, as a buyer, he deals with buying from luxurious brand. So he's actually see that what's missing in the market is that not the lower end, but more like the bridge and better market for designer product for independent designers. So the luxurious brand might be too expensive, like Chanel and Dior. But the lower version of it, like the bridge and better version of it, should be more appealing to his age group as a market. And the label have started because of that. And I think that's very, very cool. All right, thank you, everyone. Next, I will give the floor to the fashion design department with Miriam and Mike. Please take it over, Miriam.
Thank you, Valentine. Welcome all of you to the fashion design department. I'm the program director for fashion design, and I'm originally from India, but I have been living in Thailand for a long time and teaching at Raffles. I bring with me some industry experience, but most of it now has been committed to teaching. So you all know and aware that fashion design is the art of creating beautiful clothing, but also lifestyle accessories like handbags, shoes, and hats. The idea is we make you look at everything that goes into creating the ultimate look. All right. So what does it take to be a fashion designer? We would like you to have some kind of a creative and an artistic personality. You don't have to be a great artist. We will teach you how to draw, and there are different ways of doing that, but you should have a flair for combining colors and shades and tones. We also would like you to have a kind of passion for textiles, because there are so many beautiful fabrics out there for you to try and to figure out what is the best to use for your designs. Fashion designers should have a good visual imagination. And what I mean by that is you not just have a 2D sense of things where you just draw on paper with the colors and everything. You should actually be able to know how that garment will look in the back, how it looks from the side, what the finishing should be, how it feels on the body, and how it moves on the body, okay? So designers should definitely be aware of fashion and market trends. And most importantly, we expect you to have good communication skills, because you need to express your ideas clearly, and you need to be innovative and also original. You do not want to look like everybody on the street. You want to be different. You want to look different. You want to create differently. So let me tell you a bit about what are the core subjects and what we teach you at Raffles. We teach you drafting and pattern making, which is a completely flat pattern methods using paper. We make all our patterns on paper. We then teach you how to drape on what is known as a dress form, because visually you should also be able to tell what the garment will look like, and the best way to do this is on the dress. You should not just be able to create, you should be able to sew up your garments so you ultimately you know what it looks like. We teach you to draw and to sketch. You need to draw, you need to understand how the body behaves when it moves, okay? Where the muscles are located. How does the fabric fall on the body, okay? So this is a fashion sketching. We also teach you how to draw and color prints as you've seen them. And then most of all, we also teach you how to do all your drawing and sketching on the computer. We also teach you how to make patterns on the computer. So you're not at a complete loss. If you don't like to draw by hand, then you can draw on the computer, and vice versa. So some of the key points of studying the fashion design program is we'd like to involve you in some kind of an industry contest or an order or something like that, which brings the client into the classroom, and then you work with the client, which gives you an industry experience, and everything is according to what the client wants. So students are involved in designing 4 client-based projects in the 2 years of learning. You have 2 collections which are designed at different fashion shows and exhibitions in Bangkok. And we also have a final graduation show, which is choreographed and organized by the students themselves. So I just want to talk about, make you see some of the things that we do and how we do it in our studios. And the first is you develop your designs through draping on the dress form. So what you see here is not really called a mannequin, but it's a dress form, and they're made to measure standard sizes. So we work on this, and we create our designs by draping on the dress form. So besides that, we also work initially with creating collections, and how you would go about doing this would be making a mood board. That is just setting the tone for how you're going to start designing your collection. Students are also expected to create color boards. Why they particularly choose certain designs and how they go about choosing their designs based on the concept. So they would do an extensive color analysis and then design their collection based on the colors that they have chosen. So here is a mood board by a student who decided to use a prince in her collection to kind of create an optical illusion. So what she did was actually design the prints in such a way that each layer is printed with a different color and a pattern, and they will then integrate themselves and create a final layer, which is a completely different image of what you see. So these are her final illustrations, and you can see that all the prints, if you look closely, you'll be able to see that they create a kind of a illusion, and there's movement in the lines, creating some kind of a googly-eyed effect when you actually see the clothes. So not only do we expect you to make beautiful designs and illustrations, we also expect you to know the technical aspects of how the seams are made up, where the zippers are located, what kind of fabrics they use. And these are put onto something called a technical pack. And we also break it down, and it's known as a technical drawing, which is then taken into production. And these kind of technical drawings go a long way, even in the industry. It is used extensively. That's all for now from me, and I will hand it over to my colleague, Mike, who will tell you about our students and their work. Over to you, Mike. Thank you.
Thank you, Marian. Thank you for your explanation. So hi, everyone. I'm Mike. I'm a lecturer for the fashion design department here at Raffles Bangkok. I've been in Thailand now for 13 years and 5 days, if you want to be exact. I've been lecturing for most of that time, actually, in fashion design. So I want to show you some of our very fresh, very recently graduated students, 2 slides, and then a few more of our, more earlier alumni and what they've achieved so far. So what you're looking at right now is actually the final part of the mood board you saw before, titled Hallucination. So here, this student called Namkyu Porn, she's showcasing her talent in for her graphic work in the poster, because for this final collection, they're also asked to design, graphic work to kind of work together with their collection and kind of develop their whole branding around it. So you have price tags and so forth. So, and also they had, at the end of the 2nd year and the 3rd year, when they develop their collection, nowadays fashion is not just about creating the garments, it's also about communicating them to your customers or potential customers. So here you can see the garments in movement on a model. So you can see kind of the hallucinatory effect when the prints kind of work together in movement. And she also played with light effect to kind of enhance that effect even more, to make it stronger. On this slide, we're looking at the work from Lo Su An, also a very fresh graduate, who kind of, for her final collection, chose the title Fraud Identity to kind of play together with something she saw as a reflection of herself, kind of combining, quite masculine traits together with ultra feminine traits and combine them together in one collection. So you can see the male model she chose is wearing makeup and is somehow wearing quite masculine clothes, but also super feminine details attached to it. So I want to talk about more alumni who graduated a little bit earlier ago and who started up their brands already. So for each slide also, we included their social media handle, because as we said, people nowadays, especially in this COVID situation, you want to communicate your garments and your brand and your collections probably through social media most of all. So if you're interested, please go and take a look at their garments and support young brands, as we want to say it. So the first one is Tasfia Ahmed, who graduated with bachelor degree a few years ago. And after graduation, she returned to Bangladesh, where she first worked for a few years with another few brands before kind of starting her own brand and using traditional techniques of Bangladeshi garments and kind of refreshing it to something new and modern. And you can see her here walking down the runway because she was asked to join the Tresemme Fashion Design Week of 2019, which is probably the last show which was held in person before COVID hit us. So on the next slide, I want to talk about Ropoma Manandar, who's from Nepal. So again, after she was very strong by using her graphic skills, as you can see, and after she graduated, she returned to Nepal and set up her own brand. And here you can see some of her promotional material where she kind of, she doesn't just create garments. She also develops her own print. She tries to be as sustainable as possible. And then, go take a look at her Instagram. Maybe you want to get something of her ready-to-wear shop. So our next student is called Gabriel. And he actually was a lawyer before joining us. He already had a degree in law. So after graduating, he returned and set up his own studio in Myanmar and Yangon. So also trying to kind of come up with a new version for menswear and bring it forward. This is Margi Sakaria. She's Thai Indian, and actually she's also a beauty blogger. So you can find her as a beauty blogger at La Rose Diaries. And after graduation, she relocated to the US. And she also has her brand called Margi Official, which get produced in India, kind of mixing traditional hand techniques with very wearable, sporty elements combined together. So if you want to support her, please take a look at her brand. So on the next slide, I want to talk about Yadanar. So Yadanar, again, after graduating, she returned to Myanmar, and then Yangon set up basically her own studio where she makes this small ready-to-wear collection next to very kind of couture-ish made-to-order garments for special events under the name of 4 Degree Studios. But she's also part of a collective called Not Copyrighted, where they create ready-to-wear garments, and go check her out, support her if you want. Our next slide is graduated a little bit longer ago. And she didn't start her own brand, but she joined a company, something quite different to the previous one. She joined a company whose name is Brico, and where she's head of the fashion design team. And what they do is they don't create any garments at all, but they're like a link between manufacturers of fashion, but not really fashion, but like, sportswear, or could be anything, and connecting the buyers. And basically, as a buyer or a customer, Brickle provides you with a digital platform where you can kind of adapt the designs, which then go into tech packs and, quite technical, which immediately get translated into real garments after that. So something quite different, but also, you can do it with the experience you get from studying with us. I want to talk about Mo, who's also Myanmar. After returning back to Myanmar, she started her own brand, Coco Teeny Peeny, where she kind of continued her design ideas. Like, she has quite a dark vibe around her, and she kind of completely brought it out after returning, and not just creating garments, but also coming up with an accessory line and kind of, reflecting it all in her photo shoots, playing her own model and so forth. So go check it out if you're in for something slightly different. So there's a lot more graduates, but I cannot bring all of them up. So that's it for me for now. So I want to give the floor back to Valentine, who's going to explain you the next design program. So thank you, everyone, and hope to see you around.
So thank you, Mike. Hi, everyone. So let's have a quick continuation of the design department. So I would like to share with you additional programs that we had aside from just fashion business and fashion design program. We have interior design, video game design. We have product design, multimedia, and graphic design. All right. So for each program, I'm going to go briefly into what to expect. At least, you can read it. You can read the slide on your own. So I would like to share with you what the majority focus on each program. For ID or interior design, you guys probably heard of architecture, and to be an architecture, you have to spend like 8 years in the program getting training, right? For interior design is the lower version of architecture, but you only deal with the inside, designing living space. You can design residential or commercial living spaces. or working spaces. Okay, so if you're interested in interior decoration, interior design, then that will be perfect for you. And I think it's also very important to focus on creative thinking, ergonomics, and looking at lighting, how to connect man-made structure with nature. For product design, it's also known as industrial design. So this one is a little bit different than interior design. You do share a lot of major courses with each other, but specialization in product design would be in developing design for objects that human beings use. So it's more individual pieces like furniture, a cup, packaging, all that kind of thing is dealing with product design. So if you want to do this, it's great if you have great visual communication and visual thinking. You'll be great for this this program. So multimedia design, I think of multimedia design as a three-dimensional design, we're working with graphics as well as animation, videography, stage and lighting, and music. So you can see most of the multimedia design happens nowadays in websites, right? In digital marketing, for example. So you get to do website design, you get to do user interface. So you're working with moving object, moving graphics, what I think of multimedia design. For graphic design, so this one is more traditional when it comes to the design term graphic. So graphic design, I think of it as like two-dimensional works. So you get to work with a lot of software such as Photoshop, InDesign, layout, giving life to magazine, etc. I think of comic books, right? Think of cartoon. Those are graphic design works. And in terms of advertising, graphic designers are very crucial in designing billboards, designing campaigns, even fashion campaign inside a fashion magazine relies on graphic designer to make it more pretty and flashy. All right, I would like to give the floor to Carl, the Program Director of Business.
Hi, everybody. Talk about myself. I've got lots of commercial background experience. I've worked when I graduated from university, worked in sales and marketing, moved into IT and IT consultancy, and worked for major companies around the world, National Bank in Australia, Barclays Stockbrokers in the UK. And I've been teaching at Raffles around about 8 to 9 years now, basically as being the head of the actual business department. Okay, so for me, for the actual business department, it's actually quite hard to show you visually some of our students' work because nobody actually wants to see assignments and exams. We're very different from the interior department, interior design department, the fashion department. So the way I'm going to do it today is I'm going to go through the different modules that we offer or courses that we offer and why you should do them if you're interested, and also the kind of work that you could probably do basically after them. So our first one is probably one of our most popular. It's entrepreneurship and small business operations. So this is really to give you a really good grounding in general business. And a lot of it's actually for small business because a lot of our students are two types of students. They either really want to start their own business or they work for their family business and therefore are either going to be helped by their parents to become entrepreneurs or even take over their family business. So the entrepreneurship and small business operations diploma really kind of gives you a solid foundation in all areas of business, from marketing, from accounting, from management, for leadership. So it's really one of our most favorite ones. Then we come to a specialist module. So I actually really like this because I think it's really for a lot of students who really want to import and export or even trade globally. So this is our supply chain and logistics operations diploma. And it's for people who, like I said, who have an element of the business, whether it's a family business or they want to actually do business where they know they're actually going to trade and sell in other countries. For example, the last student to actually do this was actually sending products out of actually Thailand. So, I tried to make this I tried to make this diploma as real as possible by looking at what it takes to export to the United States, what it takes to export to Europe, things like quotas, things like duties, taxes, how to do it for real, basically which companies to use, logistics companies. So I really quite like this. And it's also, especially if your family business is in manufacturing or is that the type of area that you actually want to work in, it's a really great solid foundation for that type of thing. So here's another specialty diploma that we actually offer, tourism hospitality. And again, I would say that this is for somebody who really actually wants to work in the hotel industry or the restaurant, food and beverage industry, or like what we've actually got right now, somebody whose actual father is part of one of the big hospitality or hotel chains in Thailand. And he's really looking for not just the actual qualification, but some really kind of foundation for the industry as well. So when he does move into maybe even the same company as his father, he kind of actually has a bit of background already, plus the actual qualification as well. So tourism and hospitality management, we've had quite a few students actually do it. It's a bit of a speciality one. It doesn't really cover, a very general stuff like our entrepreneurship one. So it's very specific for the tourism and hospitality industry. So marketing is another one of our main ones. It's not obviously not a speciality, but it's one of our main ones along with entrepreneurship. And this is one of my favorites as well. So, basically everything in life and is marketing, selling ourselves, basically selling our products, selling our services, things like advertising is all included with this actual diploma, which actually could lead to our degree in it as well. The same with entrepreneurship. And I really think it gives you not just a theory-based kind of diploma of like how it should be, but also tries to give you an application-based type of study as well. So when you do transition into owning your own business, or basically working for a company or in marketing, that you'll really be able to understand how it works and to be able to do it for yourself as well, which is one of my main aims at the actual college, is that our students are, we're not going to basically teach you absolutely everything. We're going to teach you what is basically needed to really get you started in your own business. And so you hit the ground running instead of it's a shock to you, which is what I kind of like, basically giving our students some real kind of experience. And it's also part of my background as well. Okay, so moving up a level, after our diplomas or advanced diplomas, we also offer our top-up degrees, and we actually have two. So no matter what you actually choose at the diploma level, if you choose the entrepreneurship and small business or marketing, or the specialty ones, tourism and supply chain management, you can actually move up and focus on our two degrees. But we only offer two of them, and our two streams are basically management, where there'll be a lot more things like leadership, HRM. Again, you'll be focusing on numbers again. So it's basically statistics, accounting, because that's really important for when you actually start your own business. But then the other side as well. So you don't just have to do a diploma in marketing and then do the degree. You can actually have a choice when you've actually done the diploma. So this one for marketing, it's just more advanced. So let's say you've just done a diploma or advanced diploma in marketing, and now we really try to actually apply it, give you really kind of first-hand knowledge of how it actually works in the industry. And I really quite like it. And hopefully at the end of the actual bachelor degree, it's not just a piece of paper for you. You've really got the actual skills to be able to say, okay, I can actually do this now, whether it's social media marketing or it's traditional advertising or it's newspapers or promotions. You've got the ability to do it when you've actually left the college. Okay, so now we're actually coming up to our most advanced course that we offer. So quite often we've had a couple of students that have done everything, that have started at advanced diploma level and moved to a degree and then onto the master's program or MBA program. And this is really quite advanced. So our MBA program is basically essentially more developed for the entrepreneur and also the first-time owner or the small startup businesses, where you're not really going to just get a job, you are going to go into the industry and start your own business. So here we have an example. This is our first graduate a couple of terms ago now, Mohammed, and he's actually the only one out of all of our students on the MBA level that doesn't have his own business. So he's either going to actually start his own business or actually work for his father's company in Zurich, which is a worldwide company. But he's got the ability now. He's got the actual really good foundation, plus he's also got a high level qualification as well. The three other students on our MBA program are all business people. They're all either working for their own business, entrepreneurs, or they're working for family businesses. So not only are they getting an advanced qualification, maybe potentially going on moving to a PhD, but they're also getting real world kind of knowledge of how to actually do it. And couple that with their experience of actually doing business, it just gives them much more of a chance to be a success success in their own life and their own business. Okay, so that's it from me. So I'm going to hand it back, and I hope you actually take us or join for the actual business. We are a smaller department compared to the actual other departments, especially fashion, but we are growing, and I think our students are really enjoying what we're actually doing for the business side. So hand it back.
Thank you, Carl, and thank you, Valentine, Miriam, and Maya as well. Thank you for telling us about the program that you are teaching. So hope you guys enjoyed the open day and learn more about our program and what we offer, and kind of give you an idea of what you can do with the degree. And so here's going to be the Q&A question. If you have any questions, just type it on the chat box and we will pick your questions and we will answer them.
Can I just talk rather than chatting? Because I feel like it's better for me.
Oh, okay.
Sure.
Go ahead.
Yes, of course.
Yeah. So hi, hello. I'm gonna start the video just to. Hello, my name is Kay. I'm from Myanmar. Basically, I'm attending this because I'm actually going for the October intake.
Hi, welcome.
At Raffles for the design course. Thank you. But I have a question because I'm going for the interior design program. I want to know more about the design program, and I was hoping I was hoping to meet a lecturer of my program. So I just want to know more about the interior program, basically.
Oh, okay. So for Kay, if you contact the school through our website or later when I'll give you the contact information, maybe you book an appointment, online appointment with Mr. Win, the program director of the interior design program, and he'll happily share his information with you. Is that okay?
All right. Yeah. Okay.
We do have a couple
Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Kay. We have other question. The first one is from Angeli to everyone. Is that how much does it cost for fashion design course? Does anybody know?
I think can Vicky, if Vicky is here, probably she'll be able to answer. Is Vicky here?
I'm not sure if she's here, but for all the costs and the price about the program, you can go on our Raffles website, which is under the admissions menu. So we have like all the price lists they provide for you if you're interested about the course. Yeah.
There's another question from Nijina Sadat about the Bachelor of Psychology. Yes, the psychology program is new for everyone. We started in January this year already. We have currently is in progress. So if you want to join the Bachelor of Psychology, it's a 3-year program, and it's focused on for Thailand and for most Asian country, psychology is growing, especially with mental health issues and suicide rate. What I learned this year is quite interesting and scary at the same time. In all the 10 ASEAN countries, I believe, in Southeast Asia, Thailand ranked #1 in suicide for the last 2 years since COVID. And then in terms of the economy for it, it's growing because for every psychiatrist, you have the ratio of one psychiatrist to 250,000 people in Thailand. And around in other Asian countries growing as well. My friend is also a psychiatrist in Vietnam, so she said that there's a lot of mental health issues that she's working with adult as well as the growing mental issues of younger children with broken families, because the ideas of divorce is getting popular now. So that's quite interesting. So if you're interested in psychology, not just for mental health, it's also it help you improve human connection and working with people. I think that's one of the things that is very interesting for psychology. Career-wise, psychology, you can think of being a counselor, even an art therapist, etc. For those of you that are interested in psychology and you want to speak to your teacher or a lecturer in psychology, please contact the school and ask to get an appointment made. And I'm sure we're all happy to share our expertise with you about the program. Okay, Najina? The next person.
So I just wanted to actually answer one of those questions, because one of interesting question came up about combining entrepreneurship and design program, and maybe you can actually talk a little bit more about FMM.
So for those of you interested in the fashion business side, combining that, I think we share a lot of classes with the entrepreneurship program with business student. We share, I believe, 8 courses, 8 modules together with the business students. So you'll be in class with the business student throughout your 3 years. But you also specialize in fashion design as well as fashion business. Now, I think the only difference that we deal with, for those of you interested, is fashion business. It's like an emotional connection. Sometimes it doesn't play by the rules. There's a lot of strategy, a lot of rules set up for business. But even with business nowadays, the rules doesn't apply as much when it comes to creative work or design. And I think the most challenging part for any fashion business people to get in their head is the financial side of the business, because with fashion product we don't have receivable. We work with seasonality, and every product you order, you put out, you have to make sure your inventory is it's with a budget, stay in the budget, and each budget is different between the year because seasonality change, sales change. And then fashion product, I wouldn't consider it like perishable, but semi-perishable, because each fashion product have like only a shelf life or a sales floor life of 1 season, which is 3 months. So we have to work with financial side as well as the trend side as well. How many percentage you should import or bring into your inventory that is commercial, and how many you should bring into that is not commercial. It's for like marketing purposes. So that's also work as well. And you do get a chance to work with a lot of designers as well. And especially when you guys team up for a business, you should have a person specialized in fashion business and a person specialized in the creative design process, because there's a lot of conflict going on within the business, especially when you're working with budget and when you're working with profit and price. I think that's very important.
So to interrupt you, the actual student was really more interested in mixing up entrepreneurship and interior design. However, I'd like to actually answer that, because when you actually do the interior design program, in my experience of working with the interior designers and the department, a lot of that's included. They are really actually setting you up to either start your own business, go into the industry. So a lot of the students who do, especially in the other one of our other colleges, Cambodia, a lot of the interior designers do actually set up their own businesses. So I think that's actually really included in the interior design course. It's not called entrepreneurship, it's just included.
Also, I'd like to add that our final year actually teaches you how to set up your own brand, your own business. It kind of strengthens all that you learned in the first 2 years.
So, I mean, that's really for all of our actual programs, but the actual student wanted to know if you can actually just mix interior design and entrepreneurship, and it's already included. Like Miriam just said, all of our actual programs have an element of entrepreneurship and business inside.
So one more question. It's after like 2-3 years of interior design programs, are there like any chances for us for internships or career opportunities that the school will help us, like at the last year of our program or degree?
I think we have the internship program or industrial attachment program built in for the design business program within the first 2 years. And we give you connection, but similar to any real business, you have to do the interview yourself and go through the whole process to be able to get your foot in the industry door. Okay. Now, once you usually when students join a design program, I think the main concern is, especially for the parents, is am I going to get a job, after? But the thing is, once you learn, especially for design programs, the jobs is available, they are available, but it's the kind of like inside the industry. It is not really like out there in magazine or ads a lot. So you do a lot of cold researching, but because the teacher is from the industry, so we do have connection for you. But for you to be able to get those kind of jobs, we just open the door for you, but it's up to you to get inside that door in whatever way is possible. I think, and because of that, we offer you the internship program. We give you a chance to work for a company that within a season, like 3 months, so you get the foot in the door, and then from there you should develop your network. And then if you perform really well, and the company might hold on to you, or they want to keep you working with them.
Thank you, Valentine. Are there any more news questions? If you guys don't have time to answer to ask the questions, you can go onto our website. Or is there? There's another question. Is there summer internship?
Is there
summer?
Don't have someone. We're fast tracking you guys. So remember, you can join when you're 16 years old. You get it fast, then compare your other friend. So we don't have summer holidays, but you do have because the full year run 4 terms, and each term is 3 months. But in between term, you do get a 2 weeks of break. The student does, not the teachers. So yeah.
I would just add to that. I want to just say that we do promote our students to actually work part-time if they actually want, especially for the actual business side. A lot of my students are either working for their family businesses, their own businesses, or their own startups. So we do encourage that, and we are actually flexible with that. So if you did actually want to get real life experience, it could run parallel with your actual studies as well.
Well, obviously, yes, because our program per week, I think most of you guys full-time student, you're in class 20 hours a week, 24 hours a week maximum. So you have the extra time for homework and as for a part-time job. I think the culture of working, I don't know about Asian countries, but when I was in school, I mean, same as Carl, same as Mike and Miriam, we study college and uni, and we also work part-time.
Anyone would like to answer that regarding class sizes for graphic design?
Okay, so currently the graphic design, I think we have around 5 to 6 students in graphic design. Then remember, with graphic design at the first level, you're combined in the first term, 2 terms, you share class with I believe graphic design student and game design student. So that number may increase more. And after your first 2 terms, you split up into more specialization, and then you go join your Pacific classes. But we have a smaller class size. So usually for design, most of the time is, well, except for mine and fashion design, graphic design, roughly a class maximum size is 5 students to 1 teacher.
Thank you, Valentine. The last questions. Do we get a chance of working with psychologists for personal experience?
What do you mean working with psychologists?
Your actual lecturer is a professional psychologist.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, Gina, your lecturer is a psychiatrist and psychologist.
Okay, thank you for all the questions, and thank you, our lecturers, for answering all the questions. If you have any more questions, please contact us on social media, or even can go on our website, and we have educational and consultant available for you. Let's move on to
just remind the students that for those that you want to speak with the lecturers in charge of your program, you're interested, your aspiring program, please contact the education consultant and ask them to book an appointment with the lecturers, right? I'm sure we have time to talk to you for sure, hands down.
Yeah.
Okay, but you have to make an appointment, okay? Because we're also busy teaching as well.
And it's free. It's okay. No problem.
Yeah, so book it now, or if you want to sign up today or want to know more information, just contact us, and we are happy to help you and guide you through this experience. Okay, I think it's time for questions of the open day. Okay, so here's the questions that for this, we're gonna post the questions on Facebook. So to play this game, you just have to go on our Facebook page after the open day event and answer this question. The question is, tell us which program you like to study at Raffles and why. So you give your type out your answer on our Facebook page and give the reason, and we will pick 3 winners. If your reason is interesting enough, we will give you the prize. And here's the prize. It's the Raffle clock. The special things about the Raffle clock is it's look like good design. You can put it on the wall or in your living room or anywhere if you want. So for the winner, we will be announced on our Raffle Facebook page on September 7th. Go on our Facebook page, like our Facebook page, or share up that post, and you will get a chance to win this prize, this cool clock. Yay.
Okay, thank you, Kika, so much for inform us about the details of Raffles. And I would say they're so cool about our lecturers. Every Raffles students, I love them. So I would like to invite all of you guys coming and joining our programs that you would like to have an opportunity in the future, of course. So today, I hope all you guys have so much fun and know about Raffles more. I would like to recap about our activities on Facebook fan page that after leave this meeting or this meeting ended, just go to comment on Raffles Facebook post that we pin in chat box. Answer our so easy question to earn Raffles special prize, and I will be announced Raffles with 3 winners on Facebook post on the 7th of September. So if you have additional questions or would like to apply today to earn 5,000 registration fee, you can contact us via the following channels like Facebook fan page, official line account, website, or call us directly. So thank you for your attention for today and hope to see you at Raffles College soon. Please stay safe on the COVID-19 pandemic. Okay guys, thank you so much. See you soon.
Bye.
Bye.
Take care now. Bye bye.
Bye. Thank
Bye
you.
bye.
Have a good
Bye, guys.
weekend,
Thank
everyone.
you.
Bye.